Welcome back to the Officer Club Championship for this month. It is time to jump on into the semifinals. We have already seen 4 players qualify for the semifinals on the top part of the bracket. It's going to be Artemisia taking on Tang Tang, an all-Chinese fight there. On the bottom, it's going to be a grudge match for the ages. It's going to be Jking taking on HuiHui, but prior to Jking winning what I believe was last month's OCC or the month before that, they were tied on OCC wins, right? But now Jking has taken the lead with most OCC wins in KARDS history, and HuiHui is trailing by 1. So he is looking to even up that score and put his competitor Jking into the 3rd place match here in this semifinals matchup. So Spooz, quickly, who do you think is going to take each of this match? If we get your prediction, Tang Tang versus Artemisia, Jking versus HuiHui, who do you think is going to make it into the finals?
Oh, that is hard to say. It depends on a lot of things in the matchup of Tang Tang versus Artemisia, because both are bringing very similar decks. And yeah, I think in the end, it just depends on if they both know how to play their decks, and also slight bit of luck and the correct draws maybe at some point. So that one is really hard to say. I would just go with Tang Tang because he is the 2 times season winner in a row, and yeah, he's just here for taking the win, I guess. I mean, Artemisia probably too, but I just go with Tang Tang because he's having the momentum. He's just, I think he knows what he's doing with his deck 100% and having the advantage there. On the other hand, Jking versus HuiHui, it is really, really hard to say. Both have decks that counter each other. HuiHui is bringing a very interesting German-US bounce deck. I might think that Jking is going to win this one. It will be interesting to see or to hear your thoughts. So you're casting with Vinny the next series. So I'm first of all giving it over to Ollie and Vinny and hear their thoughts.
Thank you so much for that, Spooz. I am back here, and I got Vinny by my side here. Vinny, we just heard what Spooz thinks is going to go down here. You and me, we're going to be tackling the HuiHui versus Jking matchup here. So before we jump into the decks, real quick, do you think either player has the edge here, or is this going to be a 50-50 battle?
Well, I came here for good cards. I came here for more than 30-minute matches of cards as well, perhaps. So I can safely say that this will be longer than the last 2 sets that we just had, because I think we have some close matchups. I'll give a tiny edge to Jking's decks, but we could have a grind fest, maybe a little bit.
All right. Yeah, let's take a look at the decks here. Let's start by seeing what HuiHui is bringing to the table. We haven't looked at those already. So what we see here is, of course, the Brit USA Air. No P58 Lightnings in his deck. Mm-hmm. Anything that stands out here? Anything that you think is interesting in his version of this Brit USA Air deck?
We talked about it briefly earlier. It's just, very few USA cards. You're going to want to get this into the artillery of Jking. The other 2 matches you are not going to want to see. So I imagine Jking will probably let this through.
Okay. And the next deck up here from HuiHui, this has just become a staple of every Chinese competitor. Every single Chinese competitor is bringing this. It's Polish. It's USA Legions. We've seen it work extremely well. We've seen it win some games. Anything that stands out in this particular version? I mean, I'm not seeing any uprisings, so opting to.
So he did bring us Stars and Stripes. I do think that this is what will be the deck that Jking bans, because it's good against Artie. It's good against the U.S. front line. It's even good against German control most of the time. So this is going to be what Jking bans. I'm almost positive. So I don't think we're going to get to see this. I do hope we do see it, because it could lead to some more longer thought out matchups.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think if we were to see the U.S. Poland going into the German deck here from Jking, I think that would be a really interesting matchup to watch play out for sure.
Yeah, we might have a little, pass war coming back. No, it probably shouldn't get to that point. If you saw last OCC, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, those are my favorite games when, when I'm sitting here and I'm just like, yeah, these guys are no longer playing, the board. They're no longer playing their hands. They're playing like 3 levels above all of that. They're just passing back and forth. All right, let's take a look at the final deck here from HuiHui. It is going to be a Germany USA deck. And tell us a little bit about this one. What is he trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, so this is the bouncy house deck that we very, very rarely see. I don't know. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I think we would see this deck from Chinese competitors, actually, with the 4F Panzer and what's that card even called? What's the arty that bounces again?
I mean, I don't even remember.
Hummel, right?
Hummel,
Hummel, right?
Hummel.
Yeah, Hummel. So he's got the maximum Hummels. This is going to be pretty sad against arty. This is going to be really bad, I would say, against the arty. But it actually, in my experience, and I have played this matchup, in my experience, this is favored against the German Italy.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just, it's a mid-rangey type of deck, but instead of relying on legions or buffs or anything of that nature, not even weakened duets, by the way. It's not relying on buffs at all. It's just relying on actually keeping up tempo by making your opponent replay units. But if you don't really play big units, you don't really care too much, which is why this is going to be very sad against the artillery deck. However, the German deck has like almost nothing but big units.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. That may be, that might prompt him to ban that artillery deck. Just knowing that he'll have more targets to bounce. With this deck against any other deck that Jking might bring. I'm also just looking at the half track there. He wouldn't be able to bounce an artillery, right? So. Mm-hmm. This one is an interesting one. I mean, I've played around with this concept before. I've never probably seen it work. And when you say like this is something we saw Chinese competitors bring a year ago, like we might have seen them bring it, into the qualifiers or in the play-ins, but I haven't seen these decks make it into the broadcast before. So very interested in seeing how it would perform. I
do not envy being in the shoes right now in terms of figuring out what to ban. This is a very tough decision. Like I said, I don't think he would ban. I mean, but again, it's all that 4D chess mind games, right? Because I don't think I would ban arty because arty is the only good matchup his air deck has, and you would imagine that Jking will therefore not ban the air deck. So therefore, you should probably leave the arty. But then, what is Jking banning? He's banning the Poland. I want to say almost for sure he's banning Poland. So if you know that your U.S. Poland is getting banned, then what are you banning as HuiHui?
It turns out
you're wrong. Yeah,
he banned arty.
Wow, I mean, okay, we're gonna get the long matches then. We got both the aggro decks banned out, actually.
Yeah, we're just about ready to head on into the game. I apparently need to fix my screen here. There we go.
Washington, by the way, support the game by the Washington board. The lamp turns on, right? Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, if Mark Theus would please, he can show us the lamp turn on. You can even flick the lighter and have fun with it as well. I'm a huge fan of all of the table props that are on the table right now. The cup of coffee, it moves with the board. You have the lighter, you can flick it on and off. This is my pet peeve. This is how I like to enjoy games. I think
sleek varnish on this table. I mean, it looks like we're in the Oval Office.
I probably click more times during a game of cards than a game of League of Legends when I have that lighter on the table. I'm just constantly going.
Okay, chocolate boy. I mean, so yeah, this could be a long one. We have a close start. We have an identical start, as a matter of fact, from both players. 4-4-2 hasn't been taking off as much as I had thought it would, but Jking choosing to believe in it for this deck. I very much like the card. In these type of matchups, the card is really, really good. And that's the guy that respawns himself if your opponent kills it on their turn. To the hand.
Yeah, and I mean, like you talked about, Mirror starts here. Jking, of course. I mean, I would expect him to just match the power on board here.
And now I bet you we see move up plus 99th.
By the way, this deck for Jaking is called Almost Full Gold. So we're going to be seeing a lot of gold and a lot of bling on the table here for him.
Wait a minute. Is that that PIR is not... How does the alt arc work with gold? Oh wow, sick top deck. That is the perfect top deck. Yeah, you need to fix that if it doesn't keep the gold from the one you already have. But I really don't know. I don't know if it.
I hadn't even thought about it.
Yeah.
But anyone that didn't know, there's now a toggle for the alternative art in the card collection.
Well, that's good. I mean, you have to wonder why are you buying it if you're not going to use it. But choice is never a bad thing.
Exactly.
That United We Stand draw was huge. So huge. That card is sick it's just sick, period. But especially when it gets to ramp you the credit. And now, what are you doing here? You're just going to trade and play PIR plus chocolate, I imagine? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what you wanted it to hit in terms of the +2 attack.
But now we're starting to get into the credit range where HuiHui can start, really utilizing his bounce. He's now established a tank on board. He can play the Hummel next turn if he wants to in terms of bouncing anything that's on the board. And Jaking has to be aware of that for sure.
Yeah, there's nothing too insane to bounce just yet, though. That United We Stand, notice how he took that instantly. The earlier you can get that card, the more sick it is. And he just had to snap it right up. If Jaking trades with PIR here, he's going to regret it because that We Stand will wipe it off. I mean, it's not like a disaster or anything, but he will.
I'm just wondering what are kind of the best options for Jaking here. Sitting on 6 credits, he would be able to take the front line and drop the Sherman for the draw. It looks like he's opting to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Finding another Sherman, that's not too bad for him.
Yeah, when you can play the Sherman, you usually do want to, just because you never know if you'll get to do it again or not. Okay, that Heschel. Oh, okay, wow. Is Jaking playing Hellcat?
Let me check.
Because if not, this is a huge issue.
Yeah, Jaking's running 2 Hellcats. So.
Oh wow! Then this was really brave from HuiHui. You say? Like this could have gotten punished hard.
Yeah.
But because I mean, what does Jaking have 9 whole cards in hand? It's more likely than not, almost, that he has a Hellcat. But now what do you do if you're Jaking?
That's a good question.
Has 2 Callies, right? Yes, 2 Callies. Although even a Callie would not clear this.
It would not. And I mean, remember, now the bounce is going to come in pretty hard.
Oh my God. Jaking's going to get bounced. It's going to be so painful.
I mean, the Hummel coming out.
If he does not draw Hellcat right next turn, I think HuiHui is going to win. Well, it depends what HuiHui wants to do. I think he will bounce the 442. He'll bounce 442, hit face, and play Chocolate Boy. That's what I imagine he'll do. Oh, he's going to trade. Okay. This is the responsible thing to do because... Oh, he's going to move up. Sure. Because Jaking having stars and strap bombing. Sure. Okay. HuiHui must feel like he has the better late game, which he probably does not, honestly, I think, because Jaking is playing research. So I feel like he does not have the right late game. But I do think it was responsible, of course, to just trade there instead of... waiting to get blown out by a Hellcat.
So Jaking looks like he's setting up for either a Stars and Stripes or a strat bombing next turn to deal with some of those backline threats. Able to establish himself in the front line as well, which I think is pretty huge. An excellent turn here for Jaking in terms of finding a way to kind of battle himself back into the front line.
Martyr, do you want to do that or not? Looks like not.
I think he's probably
back to bouncing. Mm-hmm.
He's probably in a better position to use the Martyr a little bit later. I mean, he's not really short on cards.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't need to use it yet. Not at all. Just wondering if he would.
Ooh, United We Stand off the top there.
Yeah, these United We Stands really clutch. Because now he could do strap bomb United We Stand to clear the back line, but that's your whole turn. So I don't know if you even want to do that.
Do you need to? Can't you just United We Stand the unit in the front line, then you can use the Panzer 35T to get out the Hummel if you want.
Sure, but then the 5.4 is still there. There's a lot of options. We really don't know until he does it. We don't know what he'll do yet.
But I believe HuiHui is still in the trading mindset, right? So he's not going to be taking that Jag Bomber and just hitting face over and over again. Oh, I didn't even see that Flampanzer. Of course, you would establish just that unit on board.
I don't know if it's so much of course, but the value trade is not value because the AoE is in Jking's hand, right? Because he might say, oh, let me just trade into the Flampanzer because I've seen both United We Stands be used now.
Oh, the bounce.
He is going to take the value trade. That's okay. Because then it would value trade you right back on your Whirlwind, so I agree.
Yeah. So now what do you do if you're Jking? I feel like his options became a lot slimmer after that turn.
Looks like he's going to go strap bombing plus maybe just play out the Sherman again, or is he going to go with the 4.42? He's going to go with the 4.42. 4.42, however, does get half-tracked, unlike the Sherman, so
yeah,
this could end up being regrettable.
And just also with the already established on field, he has a good way to. Oh, and finding the United We Stand, he has a really good way of dealing with that unit.
He wants more bounce. He's thinking. He's gonna bounce with this instead. Sure, why not? I think that's probably better, but the stars will. I mean, stars was always gonna hurt, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about. I mean, yes, he does establish more attack on board. He still has the half track to bounce that 4.42 again if he wants to.
I think you do want to. You never want to kill this 4.42 on your own. Never.
Oh no. When do you think we see Jking start
researching?
Popping research. Oh, the Nashup and the Martyr. It's going to be both generating credits and generating cards when he takes out that first.
Yeah, and plus every damage order has been used up by Jking, except for, of course, research. So he's got to feel much more confident about board flooding. But it is worth noting, of course, that there's no we can do it. Anyway, to answer your question, the research, I don't think we're going to see it for a very long time because he doesn't want to spend a whole turn researching and then all of a sudden he's like dead over 2 turns. Okay, wait. Never mind, he's doing it. Oh wow, he's actually doing it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking.
Okay, is he gonna go for penicillin? Are we seriously gonna see penicillin?
I mean, that could be a nice, you say, like emergency break for him if he starts really taking a lot of damage. That would also allow his units to trade fairly effectively. But wow,
he has to go penicillin. This is what I said. I didn't think he would research because he could just be dead in 2 turns.
That's so much damage coming out of.
I think Jking just made a huge mistake. I think he has to penicillin now and trade. But then, so penicillin heals him 6, correct?
Yes.
You probably don't. Yeah. 11. So he can trade off he can take off how much power on the board? 5. So he'll go down to 3. No, he'll go down to. Wait, no, I think Jking. No, he doesn't have an infantry to get down to 35 Ts. Jking has almost lost. If he draws an engineers, I don't know if he's playing engineers in this deck.
Wait, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
2 more, 10. So he's going to be. He doesn't have enough credits to attack with them because he doesn't have an infantry to get their cost down. I can't say I like that play really. From whatever, it's fine, I guess. I feel like why wouldn't you comment? But this is.
Yeah, I mean it does give Jking an option to fight back, right? We see he has the we can do it in hand, and that's gonna
if he loses. I mean, if HuiHui loses frontline and this 35T doesn't connect, oh my god, I think HuiHui just threw the game.
Yeah, that's a board clear. And Jking is able to pop the we can do it before he trades into this. And
I think Jking's emoting because, frankly, HuiHui kind of threw the game.
Wow.
Well, no. Hold on. He just needs to hit twice with Comet. Jking could miss another. We can do it. How much damage can Jking do next turn? He can do. Hellcat's going to do 5. You got 8, 13. Does he have any other blitz that hits face? No, he doesn't have any blitz that hits face right now.
Not right now.
He needs to draw something. Jking cannot draw a dead card. Oh, okay. Whoa, what is Jking gonna draw? He does not have. Does he have another Hellcat? Oh my god, Jking. This is gonna be. It's gonna. I think he needs to. I mean, I don't know if he. Yeah, I think he needs to draw with Sherman. I don't think there's any other choice. Ooh, don't just play it, Jking. You gotta move something to the front line.
Exactly.
That would have been a clip right there.
Wow, both of us got a little bit of a extra heartbeat there, you know.
Yeah. He needs we can do it. Well, wait, he drew the other Hellcat, but now he doesn't have enough credit. Wait. He doesn't have enough credits. 6 plus 8. That's how much he can do right now. He can do 6 plus 8. 14. I think Jking lost.
If this is me, if I'm HuiHui and I'm playing this game on ladder, I'm playing Leopold next turn just because it's so satisfying to do it, and I'll probably lose the game because of it.
You will 1,000% lose the game because of that. Oh wow, Jking knows that he's lost, so he's playing the other Sherman, but there's literally nothing he can do. If he does that, yeah.
Wow, that was a nice, really good back and forth.
Oh yeah, close one. Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
Well played by both players.
Almost started longer than their other series.
Yeah. I mean, that was well played by both players. Jking finding that way to kind of claw himself back into the game. But, you know, that Comet can just become such a pain in your behind when you don't have guards. If you're not
guards, no guard in the whole deck from Jking, and no air defense or anything either. So at least I don't think so. Let me just check that. Yeah, there is no air defense or Counter-Strike. Well, go game 2. Will Jking bring the same deck? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is not what you want as Jking. We got United We Stand, and he's going first on HuiHui, and this is already a good matchup. In my opinion, as I said at the beginning, I think this matchup is definitely in favor of HuiHui because your threats are just bigger. I mean, Jking's deck cannot kill you that fast when you actually are guarding up, but he did miss a 1-drop. That much is very significant.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jking very smartly playing the Red Devils so that he cannot answer with United Stand immediately. So, you know, this is fine.
Thank you, Mark, for flicking the lighter for us.
Okay, so now you can United We Stand the Engineers.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the United We Stand the Engineers, but he still has to deal with the 2-3 Red Devils already in the front line, and
I mean, he doesn't need to deal with it immediately. It's 2 damage. It could be worse. He can take the turn off, and he could play Tar now.
Yeah.
Unless Jking's playing a ton. Is he playing full half track? The answer is... Wait, am I seeing this correctly? Jking plays no half tracks?
I think not.
Jking is playing no half tracks. Okay, wow. So I think you just play Tar now.
I got a question for you there. Why would you develop 3 Chocolate Boys instead of dropping the Panzer 35T and dealing 4 to face there? Are you more...
I don't really know. I mean, second United We Stand.
Is this about just, you know, pressure? Maybe setting up for a massive...
Well, I mean, the 35T is just... Yeah, it's the massive we can do it.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, HuiHui just found a way to deal with at least 2 of the threats that are in the front line if he so chooses.
Yeah, it feels pretty bad, though.
Very bad. And the naked Sherman doesn't feel that much better.
No, it doesn't feel that much better, but at least it will have enough attack if he wants to weaken do it, that it just kills a Chocolate Boy.
Oh.
Oh, wow, he's thinking of... No,
that's a greedy line.
If he does Medical Battalion, he can only attack with 1, which isn't going to be enough to clear any of these units. And worse yet, if Jking Medical Battalions and hits Tar now, and then HuiHui uses his own Medical Battalion, I'm sure that will not go over well for Jking.
No, I mean, I feel
Lots
like
of options. He could just play Sherman too. He has so many options.
Yeah.
I think Sherman is probably what I do.
You've put in so much work to set up the board for like a massive we can do it. I mean, this is 12. This is adding what, 12 health to his board if he does so. But opting instead,
he's just moving up and not gonna hit a unit. Okay.
Just pouring on the pressure.
Wow, HuiHui really wishes he had Underground State right now.
There's no Uprising in HuiHui's deck, and there's no AoE.
Correct.
So maybe Jking just feels really comfortable pushing, what is that, 12 damage into the front line?
Yeah. Oh, we can do it. Ooh, there it is for next turn. Yeah, I would trade with the Sherman just because the Tar now is more useful.
Yeah.
Skytrain. I mean, the earlier you can get Skytrain down, the better, generally speaking. Will Jking take an even greedier line and just play out Skytrain?
I mean, or an even greedier line and just, play the Panther 35T and go face. I mean, if he feels like...
Face, sure. He could go face. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if he feels like his board is dominant enough, he could just start pressuring face.
Looks like
I like Skytrain. I'm
thinking about Skytrain very seriously here.
When you're holding, we can do it in hand. Dropping Skytrain, I mean, I like it.
Just the earlier you can get it down, the more units it starts making. That's a good unit.
Massive.
That's a new unit.
Oh, but Stars and Stripes.
Ooh, not good yet, though. Definitely you can't do that yet. Definitely can't do that yet. Medical Battalion, I imagine?
Yeah, you would expect so. A lot of value out of that. Yeah, healing 6 health on that Sherman.
HuiHui could possibly... All 4 Shermans in hand for Jking. HuiHui could run into a scenario where he actually can't kill his own units, though, and Jking floods too hard, and he can't get out of the back row on HuiHui.
If that is something that, we see Jking kind of start gunning for, I'm going to be very impressed.
Or you could just take the free, air quotes, kill on Medical Battalion. I say air quotes free because you could also just do 6 to face and put him to 8, which is really good.
Yeah.
I think that's what you do. I think you just hit face and HuiHui has to spend 2k to kill 1 unit and 3k even to kill the devils. So I think you're just going to go face here. Okay. Okay. A little bit of a best of both worlds. Ooh. That United We Stand is big because Jking, for whatever reason, half tracks. No half tracks.
Yeah, but I mean, HuiHui definitely needs to put in some work before he pops that United We Stand. So, like you said, I mean, it's costing him a lot of credits, 5 credits just to deal with those 2 in the front line. And then Underground State, it deals
Underground
with
State. Do we use it on this guy or do we use it on Skytrain or Medical Battalion? Medical Battalion will make him spend the most credits.
Yeah.
However, this unit will become a 6-2 if you oh wow, I understand why he did it. He's respecting Stars and Stripes and strap bombing, but I don't know if that will end up being great.
Second Cali found there by Jking.
Ooh, Jking cannot go 4 units in the back line.
No, he needs to push up. He needs to push up.
Well, I mean, if you push up your Skytrain, I mean, actually, he's kind of stuck now, right? You push up Skytrain and then it just gets killed. You push up Medical Battalion and it just gets killed.
Yeah. I think you just need to sacrifice the Skytrain here.
It's only 1 star. Jking's saying it's only 1 Stars and Stripes. That's what he's saying. It's only 1. It's only 1. How far is he into his deck? Jking playing with his life here unknowingly. Jking saying Stars and Stripes. Does he have it? Yes or no?
Yeah, and I mean, when you got your back against the wall here, I mean, if Jking loses this match, he's out of the running for the championship.
He needs to do something. He's got 5 seconds. He
He goes for it. He's crossing his fingers. You see it. He's hoping there are no stars and stripes, but there are. There are stars and stripes.
All right, let's watch him very closely. How badly will he react?
There we go. Oh,
We're doing the face and the hands. We're doing the face and the. Okay. Callie though will gobble this man up, but does he have Callie?
Yep.
Yeah, right. That's what he's hovering, right?
Yep.
Yeah. However, lucky for HuiHui, he even happens to have another Tarnow.
Yep. Now, the question has to be in Jking's mind: do I just push up my Hellcat?
Do I play Catalina even? No, of course not, because the Sherman will gobble it. Do I play just a naked Sherman? I mean, island hopping? Just going to push up Hellcat. This is not ideal whatsoever, of course, because now your Hellcat will never get to just blitz into the face and be surprise damage.
Yeah.
Tarnow Karas? Oh, plan West? Okay, sure.
But now, slowly but surely,
there's the trap bombing.
That unity is starting to look better for HuiHui, but strat bombing will make quick work of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be one off. Or no, he doesn't have a 35 T. Well, he just cannot deal with the. He cannot deal with the Tarnow.
He was hovering island hopping there. Thinking about playing that, but opting to go for the draw.
Yeah, definitely go for the draw. But plus 2/2 on the Callie is a massive deal. That being said, it would have lost hardcore to the either him losing that 50-50 and it going to Metal Battalion or the underground state.
Now, what do you do if you're HuiHui? Are you playing around getting your own second Californian?
I think he needs to play Intel cards this turn because this is his last. Tarnow is not going to last forever. I think he needs to. Okay.
Not going for any intel.
I mean, he's just going to be really happy that Jking does not. Jking has used both United We Stands. I'm not sure if we remember, but I think Jking used one for a fact, probably did use both. Has used strap bombing. Jking, I'm almost positive, is playing Stars and Stripes, right?
Yeah, one copy, I believe.
Yeah. So he's just going to be really happy no Stars and Stripes right now.
That medical battalion is putting in work, though, for Jking. That one extra damage has helped him out in so many different situations.
Yeah. He didn't draw a card with Tarnow the whole game. That's both Tarnows gone. Not a single card drawn. That is going to make this game really weird now. Because now Jking probably has more value than HuiHui. I think he does, yeah. I think Jking has more value.
Oh, there's the other United We Stand. We're confusing it for last game.
This is... I can't stress how much of a risk or just uncommon play that was to say goodbye to both Tarnows without drawing a single card, because it means that he needs to end this game. And actually, he still could be able to. You just slap Unity on Callie, and you say, okay, figure it out, because Callie takes buffs super duper well.
Yeah.
But this Karas will need to live, and I don't think it will. It could, actually. If Jking plays United We Stand this turn, Karas could live. He needs Karas to start generating a lot of draw for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, look at all he has. Look at Jking just has so much card advantage.
Jking starts bringing down the attack and HP values of that second California. He's looking to keep his Flompanzer alive there. Now it's a 3-3, becoming less and less dangerous.
Oh, I like this a lot. This is so brave. I mean, just playing out this bomber, all he needs is one damage, but he knows actually that he does not really have 1 damage. So because of that, do you just hit face?
You kind of have to, right? I mean, I guess
You're
he could trade out
hitting
the
4-4-2. You're definitely not hitting 4-4-2.
no.
You could hit. It's tough to say which will be correct. You could hit the Catalina anyway. Whoa, wait, what? Why would he do that?
That was an interesting play.
I feel like that was the only play I wouldn't do. Because
Yeah, I agree.
Clones itself.
I would rather have traded the Flampanzer there.
Yeah, because that will not clone itself. Okay, he could feel that he's so far behind on value. He didn't want the 4-4-2 to just trade into his 4-4 Legion, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, Jking is, you know, not naturally wanting to do that because then it is lost forever, the 4-4-2. But I guess Jking just has so much card advantage that maybe he doesn't need it anyway, which could be true.
If you're Jking here, I mean, surely you're looking for ways to get that Karis off the field because you don't want to
just hit it. Yeah, I mean, you can just hit it with your Catalina. I think you do that.
You don't want to give him the extra draws.
I feel like, well, now it has 7 health. Oh my god, he didn't kill it. Okay, sure, I guess.
Looks like he's favoring reducing the Cali threat.
Sure. And HuiHui has only 2 Shermans in the deck, I believe. So, I don't know, maybe Jking felt like he had the Sherman. I don't know. It's getting weird, I'll say that much. Underground State, that's good. Why would you do that? Please don't do that. Why would he use it on the Flam?
Why would you not use it on the Catalina?
I don't know.
Is he maybe looking to force an overdraw next turn? But I mean, is that enough value?
Well, yes, I guess yes. Which does justify the killing of the 4-4-2 earlier. But no, I don't think it's enough value to answer your question. I don't think it's worth it to force overdraws really at this point.
Oh, wow.
The best overdraw in the whole deck, though. So
maybe it was worth.
I mean, okay, actually, you know what? Maybe what he's thinking is so much of Jking's hand that he's like, okay, almost Jking's hand. So I know that Stars and Stripes is still in deck, and there's a pretty good chance that he overdraws Stars and Stripes if I don't do it. If I, if I just force him to overdraw by keeping Catalina on the field. That being said, getting to replay Flampanzer for like its deployment effect still feels bad.
Yeah, definitely. Now
I think Jking's got this probably. He's drawing really hot. I mean, he's drawing exactly. To be fair, HuiHui is drawing about the best options he could get. Is he still ignoring this Catalina the whole game?
Looks like it.
Sometimes this works out when you're like Resistance back in the day to make them overdraw, but I don't know about in this matchup.
So how do you tackle this research if you're HuiHui? Do you try and go for any amount of like far into the research or is
no, you're
just
gonna
a
get
dead
baited
card?
just like Jking did last game.
Yeah.
You can't get baited. Yeah, it's too early.
Second California found there.
He needs to put Jking below like 12 and then he can think about it, right? Because if you can put Jking below 12, then he can be dead to 2 nukes. Jking has played at least 2 weakened duets, possibly all 3.
Wow, huge turn there for Jking. Finding that second California was a crucial card for him to find. Allowed him to deal with that 4-4 in the front line. And
but what he could do is he could do 6 to face, or I guess 4 to face. Now might be when he has to develop research.
Yeah,
because he cannot win without nukes anymore. He's getting outvalued hard by Jking. So he needs to hit with, so it takes 5k to hit with his Hellcat. Okay. Does he have strap bombing left? He might be just like saying, okay, both nukes plus strap bombing? I don't know. Well, that's still 15.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think he can trade anymore.
But I mean, keep in mind, like Jking, he could just go penicillin if he wants to.
That's true. But I actually don't think he can. I think he's too deep into his deck. I think that penicillin will do more harm than good.
Sure. Let's check.
He could start overdrawing.
Jking only has 2 cards left in deck.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize he was that low.
Wow. And
okay,
HuiHui has 11.
Okay, that must be HuiHui's strategy. He's trying to... He's saying, okay, I'm not going to go face. I'm actually going to try to develop nukes. And then have Jking die to fatigue.
And the fact that he's just left the Catalina on board all this time has basically forced Jking to just
I don't know.
through his deck.
This will either be hyper brain or it's going to end up being all we can do is just watch and find out. Oh, wait, is Jking going to start going face? I think so.
He kind of has to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the target he wanted to buff, though. He wanted to get that on the Whirlwind so that he could trade that Legions.
Yeah, I think it's fine, honestly. It's definitely fine. Now he can hit face for 5.
That's true. I mean, he's going to hit face
for 5. Nuke. What can he do? He can go nuke or like develop to the nuke. Trade into Wait, is he giving up on the nuke plan? No, of course.
Actually, 5-9. That means it's gonna. No, he goes penicillin.
Oh, wait, that can't be right. Well, I don't know. I mean, it might just be what you need to do.
I mean, he's looking at. He has a 9 card advantage in his deck on Jking, so he looks like he's just gonna take it to fatigue.
I think because of Jking's lack of half track. Actually, yeah, why not?
Jking is going to start taking fatigue damage right now, right? He's drawing the rest of his deck, and there he goes.
And Jking cannot bounce this 410. He has no way to bounce the 410.
He has no way.
He cannot play Sherman for the rest of the game because Sherman is gonna. So that Sherman's a dead card.
That Sherman's a dead card. That
Catalina 4/4/2s are too slow. These 4/4/2s are too slow.
He's drawing 3 cards next turn.
HuiHui looking good, I think.
That is 9 damage.
But let me ask you this, though. I think HuiHui is out of underground states. If Catalina hits face, puts him down to 9, buffs itself, he still might not be able to kill him fast enough on Jking. No, hold on. 5, it buffs itself, 7, plus the 2 from 101 Airborne. Jking should win.
Oh my god, if that goes, if that is the decider of this game, Vinny, I'm gonna lose it because he's gonna take 9 damage.
Underground state, or he needs We Can Do It, but I think he's played all 3 underground states, and he's at least played 2 We Can Do It. Maybe all of them.
Oh wait, he's not going to take 9 because you always return 1 card to your deck because of the Catalina, so he's only going to take 5.
No, it's still
Skytrain. Skytrain blocks the attack.
Wait, yeah, that might be good enough. I think that's good enough.
I think that's good enough.
Yeah, because there's no balance. There's no half track, man.
The 0-4.
It's saving the day. Because he's like, what do I do? I guess you I don't know. I don't think it matters.
Just attack whatever, right? It doesn't matter at this point.
Maybe you even just play the United We, or I always want to call it United We Stand, but the Unity of Strength. I don't think it matters what he attacks.
No, I don't think it matters either, but man, this is coming down to the wire.
That should be enough. Skytrain will win him the game. I mean, we know it's enough. We can look at Jking's hand. 4/4/2 and Sherman literally do nothing. So this is it. HuiHui 2-0'd Jking. That was a wild game. HuiHui was too smart for us. Actually, I think he planned this out the whole time.
The Catalina
overdraw, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just said, all right, I'm just going to turtle up here. I'm just going to sit back and defend. And that Catalina is going to draw you to death.
I think he planned very specifically for Jking's deck list. Jking has Catalina, 4/4/2. He's got all this, he really tried to stuff his deck full of value, and it didn't have tempo options comparatively, like the 99th, the +2/+2 guy, like the half track, like the no Unity of Strengths, etc. No, Blitzkrieg as well. Jking not even playing Blitzkrieg. So he really, really, really abused Jking's deck list, and I want to say that that was very intentional. This is game.
Yes. I believe it is. I mean, he can't get through. Oh, this is painful.
Just hit face and
Does he have he has no way. It's done. It's done. He's gonna die to fatigue next turn. The Catalina.
Catalina, man. Oh man.
A blessing and a curse. Fatigue takes down Jking and HuiHui with his triumphant return to the Officer Club Championship. 2-0's Jking here in the semifinals and secures himself a spot in the grand finals. Man, what a crazy series that was, Vinny.
Oh yeah. I mean, HuiHui, he's saying I think HuiHui's going all the way. I think he wants to be that most winning OCC player again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, though. I mean, it was like we predicted. They were great games and really tactical. And HuiHui, I think, was that was some of the best strategical planning I've seen. Period.
Yeah. I mean, he outsmarted us. You know, we were sitting here going
why not take the free trade? Like, take the free trade on a bomb. Or, yeah, it's drawing too many cards. It's like, no, wait, it is literally too many cards. And I think that's what he planned for all along.
Did we just see HuiHui kill the Catalina as a good card? Is this just now going to be the strategy? Your opponent plays the Catalina, you just block it with some 0-4 fighters and just go, yeah, we'll go to fatigue. I mean, man, every time we see a new strategy like this, I just get so excited, man.
Yeah, and because like his initial plan failed, or plan per se, but the initial edge in the matchup of letting Tarnow carry you and generate more and more value did not pan out. So at that point, he properly recognized, hey, I don't have nearly enough value to compete with Jking anymore, so I need to deck him out.
Yeah.
And it worked.